Hi guys, here I am. You don't see me, but I'm sure you can see the screen on my PC, because I would like to talk to you today about the package design. And the image you have in front of you, it's a Citroën SM engineering drawings that I found on internet on the carhobby.blogspot.com. Okay. So this is just an example. I'm using this example so that we can try to understand together what is really important about a package design when we start sketching over this technical drawing, our design, our creativity. And the most important things when we see this, of course, is the proportions. So we have the wheels, okay, that's the wheelbase. In this case is 2,150 millimeters. Then we have the front overhang, okay, that goes from the center of the front wheel to the very outside point of the front bumper. Then we have, of course, the back overhang, all right. In this case, it is 900. In the front, we have 1,043. We have the height of the bumper, where this point is very important, and the height of this, because this is a point that has been decided to make sure that when you make an accident, you don't get your car under the car that is in front of you, but more or less all cars have the same height, so that this dimension, which is very similar from car to car, in case of a crash test, will prevent the cars get completely one into each other's. And this is also the height that defines where we have to put the the license plate, okay? Here, this area. So we have a front bumper, rear bumper height, okay? In the rear, it's a little bit lower. And then we have the area where we have to put our license plate. And here is in the front. All right? Then other than this, we have, of course, the height of the car that goes from this point of the section, to the ground line, which is in this case 1,324. We have the width of the wheels, between the wheels, okay? And of course, this can be variated, can change according to the type of car. Now, this is an old car, so at that time we had a big body side, very outside compared to the center of the wheel. Today, it's not the case anymore, all right? And then, as you can see, we have front lights position, which also must respect a certain type of height from the ground. The reason is very simple, because that's the best way that we can respect the right lighting performance of front lights and rear lights. We have the windshield, okay. And we have also inclination, which is the inclination of the windshield. Now, the windshield can be vertical and can be inclinated, but until a certain extent. Because the more we inclinate the windshield, more distortion we have here where we have to see. And because the glass inclinating, because of the inclination, there is a bigger thickness. Of course, you take an element, you do that, you get more thickness. Then the image through that window, through that glass, will be more distorted. So there is only a certain point where we can inclinate and we cannot do it more. Now, let's see the belt line. This is the belt line, okay? And today, belt lines are done more like that. But there is this area has a certain level from the ground that must be more or less respected to make sure that the person that is sitting inside with his head here does not have the belt lying on the ears, okay? Which means that it's like all the people are sinking inside a well, and this would feel very uncomfortable. All right. Then we have the position of the seats, okay? And the most important thing that you know that the front seat have an excursion, okay? They can slide for to be regulated, okay? And of course, all this has to be taken into account about the ergonomy. We have the steering wheel column, the steering wheel inclination, steering wheel, and there is a certain distance between the steering wheel and the back of the seat rest, because when we have the person sitting here, we have to make sure that his legs are not touching the steering wheel, so that it's safe to drive. Then, of course, we have a certain type of inclination of the back rest of the seat, the front seat, okay? As you can see, the rear rest, back rest, it's fixed on this rear bench. Usually it's around 23 degrees, okay? 23 degrees. In the front is a little bit less, around 21, 22. But you can do more according to how you want to regulate your backrest while driving. Then many cars have a backrest that can come down all the way, just in case you are parked and you would like to rest. So of course not during driving. Okay, so this is the main how can I say, information that we must know about how we put all those elements together. And of course, the line you see here, it is the engine hood line, which is also a very important design line for our side view streamline, has to be placed so that we have the engine inside, but also the low vision line that is well done, which means that if my head is here, here are my eyes, the eyes can go and see up here for about 21, 22 degrees, okay, up, and then around 15, I think, degrees low. So this means that from here, I can see on the ground, I have a very good sight, very good view, okay, a certain distance from the car mask, vision mask. Today, generally, we try to make cars shorter so that the low vision, okay, the low vision, makes sure that after a meter and a half from the car, the front of the car, we already can see really well, starting from here, going in the front, all right? Then we have also rear view angle, which is this one and this one. So when we have to, at that time we had to make a reverse by turning our heads, okay, to reverse the car, to drive like reversed. And then therefore this point was always asked to be very low so that we could see a lot in the back. You see the window level. Well, today some cars it's higher because we have cameras. So the technology helps us to have this point to be less important than it was before. Then another thing very important about the door, especially the front door, is this area here. As you can see, this is the door cut, the front door cut. Here we have the hinges. So even if it is a little bit around, one hinge is here, and in the same axis there is another one here. So basically your cut line is straight. Some people draw cut lines like this or like that. This cannot be, because the hinges because there are always two hinges to hold the door and to let the door open. They are always on a vertical axe. If the axe would be like this, then the door would always open like that. Very strange, very dangerous. And the same thing if it would be like that. If it would be like that, the door probably would not open. We had to push always with our arms. But the fact being vertical, the door opens very normally, just like a door in a house, in an apartment. Okay? Then there is another important thing that you have to know is that where I put that cut line and where are my front feet. Because when my feet is here, the H point of my feet has to be before where the pedals are, okay? Before the cut line. This means that when I have to get out of the car, I have no problem with my feet to go out. If this point is too much in the back, the cut line, it would be here, then once I'm inside, it would be very difficult to get out of the car with my legs. So this point, it's given according to pedals, but also according to the H point of the person, you know, the H point which is here. Okay, so another thing very important for the ergonomy area is that the H point height. In this case, the H point height is this one from the ground. This is important because if this one is too high, means that I am sitting up here with my head outside, and when I have to go out of my car, probably with my legs, I cannot touch the ground with my feet. Therefore, the point, the H point, it's put, you know, in zeta, on the high, in height, at the right point, according to the type of car, to make sure that we can always get in and out without any problem according to where the ground is compared to where I'm sitting inside the car. Of course, the higher is the H point, better visibility I have because I am higher sitting inside the car. And therefore also the low front vision that we saw before, it could become like that if I go higher, okay? So now I would like to search for a more, I'm on internet, of course, and I want to find more of an technical ergonomy drawing car. Let's see what happens. Yeah, there you go. You see? Let's take this one. Okay, this is from this passenger car interior dimension parameters and comfort. So this is a real, you know, there you go. You can see the H point, it's here, the distance, and this distance according to how we bend our legs and where our seat ends, we know where we have to put our cut line. In this case, the cut line of the door should be here, just after the H point of the foot. And the H point of the foot is this one, is this point here. You see? This point here. Okay, so let me see if I can find here. Okay. Let's see. All right. So first of all, where are we? We are in conditions researchgate.net. This is the website, okay? The website. So you can see here, this is H point, okay? The H point of the person. Those are the eyes, and that's the type of visibility: high visibility, low visibility. And you can see 15 degrees, I was right. Low, 15 degrees in this case is high, but today we don't have this type of section. We are here. So in reality today we have a much better, higher visibility because it's like that. You see? So when I have a H point here, I can see how I have to bend my legs, and therefore doing that I know where I will have this this plane, which is the plane on which I will put my pedals. This is the H point, this point here. This is the H point of my foot. Therefore, in this case, the cut line of my door should be here. The front cut line of my door. Because in this way, you know, this leg can go like this and come out. If I put the front cut door like that, you understand that I cannot put my knee on my face to get out from the car. It would be just too small, the opening for the door. That's why the H point is very important for any front door. The same thing also, it's also on the back. Okay? All right, so let me see if we can find another important information. Anyway, I think that what I told you, it's probably the most important things. And there is also another thing we can see here. Okay, this is a typical ergonomic mannequin. Okay, we have several type of percentile, which means size. Okay, this is called 95 percentile head. Okay, and we know that when we are sitting inside, when we put our roof line, the roof line should be onto this point and not lower, because this is the space. I show you closer. This is the space that we must leave free, because the car, it bounces, and also the head, it moves, the body moves. And if we would have our top roof line lower, like sports cars, okay, that means that at the first hole on the ground, our head would touch and would crash against the roof. So that's why when we see our sports cars, okay, like the Lamborghinis or supercars, and they have a roof line very low, the mannequin, it's sitting in a different position, more like that, okay, so that we can lower the H point and we can inclinate a lot more the backrest of the front seat for the driver, so that the head comes down the most possible, okay? And the legs, of course, it's like in a Formula One position, they will be very much stretched so that everything can lower down. And that's how we bring that roof down, okay? So those are very important things that you should remember, okay? And okay, so here you see the H point. You see, this is the H point shown in red, okay? And this is a more sportive position, like a sports car, you see? Now you can see that he's almost sitting on the ground. You see, he's sitting on the floor. Of course, this is a sports car position. And this, as you can see, there is this angle and this angle. And as you can see, this angle is very different from this one on the left. You see? Two different cases. This is a normal car, passenger car, very vertical. And this one is very inclinated, because this is a sports car position. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this very short technical lecture. And I hope this can help you when you sketch your cars and you do your projects. All right? And all those images are found on internet, okay? And you can find it just as I did. I take technical runway drawing car, and you can find all the information that will explain better than I did how the driving position is important, the H points, and a normal side package or 4-view package for a car design technical drawing. Okay, thank you, bye bye.